And Mine Crypto here. I hope we're all having a wonderful day. Please remember, I'm not a financial advisor and none of this is financial advice, and none of the information provided in this video should ever be taken or seen as a signal to buy or to sell. But first and foremost, as we normally do, we look at these crypto bubbles, and as we can see, it's a little bit greener today. And we're seeing Quant up one rank to 82 with a market cap of 800 million. Volume still very low at $9 million. Quant sitting at $66. We saw it dip yesterday and we saw it return back to around $66 again. So we're looking at the hour. We are currently 0.03% down, currently 0.07% down in the day, and down 4.5% in the week, and down 7.8% in the month. But this really does not bother me because I'm here for the longer term. I know what Quant is all about. I've done my research. I know what I hold, and I know, in my eyes, what the future will bring. Now, if we look over at the Quant exchange reserves, we do this in every video. We can see that it's still around 212,000. For some reason, this month it's not following the pattern. Now, it could still do that, but we've had one large text in around about the same time, but we've not seen any more. This could be a reason why. Maybe they're looking for lower, but we'll have to wait and see. Now, today's going to be an interesting one because I saw this from Mr. Man yesterday, and he put, here's an update list of ISO 222 compliant companies with their coin offerings, June 2024. And we can see here, you've got XRP, Cardano, Quant in there, who enables seamless interoperability between diverse blockchains. We've got Algorand, we've got Stellar, we've got Hedera, and we've got IOTA and XDC. So all quite formidable, all full of utility, and all coins that, in my opinion, will do well at some point in the future. Obviously, we have to wait and see, and we have to be patient. Now, with this in mind, now, a lot of people talk about ISO 222, which is fair enough. But for me, it's not the most important. Now, albeit ISO 222 is a very popular term people often talk about. And in a world of financial technology and distributed ledger technology, there exists a meticulously crafted liaison that transcends opinions and preferences, offering a universal standard designed to seamlessly harmonize DLT with legacy financial infrastructure. And at its core, this liaison envisions the creation of a unified ledger, bridging the gap between traditional financial systems and the innovative world of blockchain and DLT. Now, my focus today is looking at ISO 222 and ISO TC307. Now, stay with me because this is really important. And they're integral components of this groundbreaking effort. These standards and committees are instrumental in the shaping of the future of the financial transactions and ensuring a globally accepted framework for interoperability. First of all, we've got ISO 222, the backbone of modern financial messaging. So let's first of all explain what ISO 222 is. So ISO 222 stands as a foundational element of this liaison. It is a de facto standard for financial messaging that has gained prominence across the globe. ISO 222 is known for its extensibility and adaptability, offering a common language for financial institutions to communicate regardless of their technology, infrastructure, or geographical location. One of its remarkable attributes is the capacity to accommodate a diverse range of financial information from payments to securities and to bridge the gap between traditional systems and emerging DLT platforms. Then we've got ISO TC307 spearheading DLT standardization. On the other hand, ISO TC307 is a technical committee primarily focused on blockchain and DLT. It provides an umbrella for the development of standards tailored to the unique demands of the DLT realm. So ISO TC307's role in this liaison is vital as it is charged with the task of translating the needs and specifications of DLT into standardized formats that can seamlessly integrate with ISO 222 messaging. This translation is key to creating a unified ledger that can effortlessly coexist with legacy financial infrastructure. So the grand vision of this liaison, harmonizing the ISO 222 and ISO TC307, is to pave the way for a unified ledger. This unified ledger will serve as a bridge between traditional finance systems and the world of DLT, ensuring that the data, assets, and transactions can flow freely and securely. So really, really important. The unified approach aligns with the broader goals of multitude of blockchain and DLT projects, including but not limited to these ones I've just spoken about. Now, these projects are at the forefront of innovation, and by adhering to their universal standard, they are not only ensuring interoperability, but also advancing the mission of democratizing finance and technology. So, in my conclusion, the liaison between ISO 222 and ISO TC307 represents a significant milestone in the evolution of financial infrastructure. And by fostering a unified ledger that seamlessly integrates DLT with legacy systems. Now, these standards and committees are shaping the future where financial transactions are not only efficient, but also universally accessible. The collaboration of these bodies ensures that in a world of digital transformation, no entity is left behind. So this is very, very important. And ISO TC307 is a lot more important because it's designing the standardization. Obviously, not forgetting ISO 222 being the messaging system. But what this is actually doing is creating the rule book for what it actually does. Now, if we look over here, we can look at the ISO Standards Committee, and we see here we've got ISO TC307 working group 7. And if we look down here, we can see the convener, Mr. Gilbert Verdian, until the end of 2024 can be reached through the Secretariat. Now we know Gilbert, if we look over here, Gilbert is building the Internet of Trust by converging blockchain, AI, and cybersecurity as the founder and CEO of Quant Network, tasked with connecting the world's networks to blockchain. Now, that's a big, big feat, but he's there. He was the founder of ISO TC307. He was previously the CISO of Vocalink, the UK's faster payments provider, having moved back to London after 2.5 years as CISO of NSW Health. Having over 20 years of experience, he worked across government in Downing Street, Her Majesty's Treasury, Cabinet Office, the Ministry of Justice, and NSW Health and Private Sector as the CSC, EY, and HSBC. Having a keen interest in disruptive technology, he's the author behind Blockchain ISO Standard TC307 initiative and is the chair of the UK's National Committee on Blockchain and Distributed Ledger Technologies. He's actively working to advance technology in the areas of AI, cybersecurity, blockchain, and fintech and health. Now, if we go back here, we can see he's the convener of the interoperability user case. And when we think of that, he is literally creating the standards that connect to ISO 222. Now, everybody loves to talk about that. But actually, when we look at some of these standards, ISO TC307, and we've got the advisory groups, we've got the foundation for it, what these groups are doing is they're building the standardization. And Gilbert, being the convener of interoperability, creating a standard that's going to be required throughout the world. Now, this is no small feat, but he's right there in the mix. And he's the founder of Quant Network. Now, for me, that says it all. People will question, and say Gilbert is a scammer. Now, some of the details I've just popped out there make you realize what he actually is and what he's actually doing. Now, if we look over here, we can see Quant, the overlayer, or the overledger is what we call it. So overledger network is a scalable P2P network with layer 2 payment channels. And we can see enterprise and institutional grade multi-chain oracles that can connect any network to any network at scale without overhead or limits. So treaty contracts, deploy, query, and execute multi-chain smart contracts, create applications that deploy and connect across multiple blockchains. Now, if we then think about ISO TC307 and how the overledger was then created, it was crafted with the premise of the standardization in mind. So this then is even bigger because the standards created, then overledger formed, crafted to fit those standards. And then when we think of the unified ledger, and we know who talks about that a lot, the BIS, the Bank of International Settlements, known as the Bank of Central Banks. So this is huge, guys. So I wanted to just update you give you a refresher when we look at ISO 222, when we look at ISO TC307 and the working groups, and Gilbert being the convener of that working group of interoperability. It's no small thing. So there you go, guys. Just a quick update to let you know what's going on and give you an update, because people talk about ISO 222 like it's the Holy Grail. But for me, the Holy Grail is the standards, the rule book that allows all these other things to work. So there you go, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please subscribe. Hit that notification bell so that you don't miss any further videos. All the best, and I'll catch you later.